just so everybody knows, all products shown are airsoft replicas or have to do with airsoft replicas. These are all toys, not in any way real firearms. Products shown can be in no way modified to fire real ammunition. Don't be ignorant. Read the name of the video and the channel. This is all entertainment purposes. Airsoft replicas. Okay, now that that's out of the way. Hi, everybody. This is a surprise live while I am up and able. I wanted to put this out because some people had asked, so I want to be able to explain the reason you don't see me in Discord at times, or the reason you might not see videos pop up because I haven't done them. It's basically because I don't know how to put it, I'm sick. I have things in my head, which I'll explain. I'm going to read something that I wrote, but I want to do it live because there are times when I'll pause what I'm reading and possibly interject something. But this is me, and this is what's going on, and I just want to be open with everybody. So if you don't hear from me or see from me in a while, you know why. I started having migraines at the age of 4. And they're called basilar arterial migraine syndrome. My symptoms include immense neurological pain, nausea, vomiting, cramps, sensitivity to light and sound and smells. And since this all started, I've also started having seizures. Over the years, my migraines got worse. Some lasted days, and then they lasted weeks, and then a couple lasted months, until in February 2016, I thought was a horrible migraine spike. Went from like a 0 to 8 on a pain scale in a matter of moments. And it turned out to be a mini stroke. I was in bed for 3 days, and I just thought it was another bad migraine spike. And I was ready to write it off, but my dog made me go to the doctor. I know that sounds weird. My dog Sadie never slept in my bed. She was always on the floor next to me, or if she did jump on the bed, she slept at my feet. For the 3 days I was in bed, she was wrapped around my head. She only left my pillow to go outside or eat, but then she came right back. She became hyperprotective. She growled at my kids. She growled at the other dogs if they approached. She even growled at my wife twice, which she got reprimanded for that. The entire time she kept sniffing my right temple and the back left spot of my head. Now, I thought that was weird because I had told my wife in the past when I had these spikes that it literally felt like there was something in my head, in my temple, and back here. And since that's when my dog was sniffing, and I know dogs have been trained to sniff cancer and diabetes and all kinds of things, I kind of took that seriously, and went to the doctor. After a few initial tests, he needed an MRI for more, and I went and had the MRI, which was absolute torture because I can hear and feel the frequencies and the knocking in the machine differently because of what's wrong with my head. My follow-up was on April 1st, and I tried to get him to say April Fools when he said how sick I was, and he said, no, that's not a joke. My neurologist brought up the MRI on the screen and pointed out that I had multiple glial scar tumors. They are dead brain cell clusters killed by capillary swelling from the catastrophic damage my migraines do. Problem is, once they've formed, they're now an anchor point for more to grow. It's like if you look on your body and you see a scar from where you were cut, the scar in my brain is no different. It is scar tissue, but unfortunately the scar tissue is no longer living brain. The two major sized clusters in my brain turned out, big surprise, to be in my right temple and my back left occipital lobe. Right where I felt them, and my dog sniffed them out. Besides that, I also have a growing arachnoid cyst between my medulla oblongata and my spinal cord in my brainstem. Neither of these things are operable. They can't be fixed. You might ask, well, what medications can I take? I was prescribed 2 different medications when all this started. One to take my migraine spikes happen less often and to not be as severe as when they do. And the other pill was to stop the seizures, which I also started having. I got 0 benefits from the pills. They didn't do anything. They didn't lessen my migraines. They didn't lessen the spikes, and they didn't lessen the seizures. I had never had a manic episode in my life. And this pill caused me to have 2 of them, later 3, because they gave me the pill again in the hospital without knowing it. So I can't take the medication for what I have. The only medication I take is Excedrin when I wake up, Tylenol PM when I go to bed to help me sleep, when I go to bed at a normal bedtime. And a lot of people know this already, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I vape and smoke marijuana throughout the day to help with both the pain and the nausea. I've lost about 40 pounds due to constant nausea, and I actually just forget to eat. I've gone a couple days and noticed that I just forgot to make anything. Over the past 8 years of having this, I've lost between 15 and 17% of my brain that are now these glial scars. And every time I have a spike, I lose more of me. My memory is now awful, and a lot of people say, well, that comes with age. Well, no, I used to remember everything down to the minutest detail. Dates, times, people, what people were wearing, almost everything with perfect clarity. And now it's a shell of what it used to be. When I do remember details of something, it's almost a reason to celebrate. But now I'm having to write everything down. I'm constantly having to be retold everything, and I have alarms and reminders on my phone and computer, and I never used those before. Since all this started, I've had an uncountable amount of seizures and at least 3 other mini strokes. One even took my ability to talk for 6 months. And it took a year after that to reteach myself to speak, and it was painful to push to talk. It literally felt like somebody was clawing the side of my face, my left side, while I was fighting. My left side seems to be the problem I'm having the most trouble with. This whole thing has caused me to lose just about everything. I used to be very active in a local Celtic community here in Dunedin, Florida. I helped run a nonprofit called the New World Celts. You should check them out. I was the head of, general, leader, whatever, of a 45-person volunteer security force that helped at Highland Games, Celtic music festivals, large street closing events down in Dunedin and other places. And I had to quit that because I can't do it anymore. The music is too loud, and I can't stand long for periods anymore. And oddly enough, the smell, I know it sounds weird, but my senses are now through the roof. Because of my sensitivity to light, I can practically see in the dark. My hearing is so sensitive. I can hear bugs, footsteps. And I'm not even kidding. It's odd. My sense of smell was good before, but now it's through the roof. So I can't go to large events with lots of people because the smell of perfumes, colognes, deodorants, hair products, you name it, it's overwhelming. It's too much, and it actually being outside in the light, loud music, lots of smells. It's torture. It's actually pain. So I can't go to these things anymore, and I not only tire out more easily than I used to, it takes me longer to recuperate from physical activity. I started doing architectural drafting in 1997, and by 2004, I had my own architectural design company. Um, I had worked my way up, basically working from home. I worked a couple other jobs while having that company, but I still kept the company going. And I ramped it up. And in 2015, I rented an office, hired 2 employees, and then I had this whole migraine thing tear it all down by July of 2016. Had to fire the employees, close my office, and tell a bunch of very upset contractors I could no longer draw for them. So I lost my business and ability to make any kind of money. I tried applying for Social Security disability, was turned down 4 times, and then the last time was told don't try again. So they won't give me my money to help me when I need it. So the Social Security company, I hope all you, I won't threaten people anyway. So now I have no business. I have no social life. I see maybe 5% of the people I used to. And I just sit at home waiting for these things in my head to basically kill me. The first doctor I went to, out of 4 neurologists, said it was like as if there was a grenade in my head and someone pulled the pin. And now it's just a matter of waiting for when that charging lever on the side goes plink. And when I asked him, when will that happen, he said a month, a year, 10 years. He doesn't know. Well, it's been 8. And I have had 2 other neurologists tell me we're not sure how it is I'm up and around like I am, let alone alive. Every day, I'm in what equals a level 4 in migraine pain, and it's worse if it spikes. And because of it, I always wake up angry. It sucks. Part of that is due to one of the side effects of being in pain all the time. And my neurologist warned me about this, is I have a continuous adrenaline response. Basically, that fight or flight response. If you slap somebody that's drunk to wake them up and they wake up quick, that's your adrenaline. I have that going all the time, and it doesn't help with the anger issues, certainly. And because of this, I'm 2 or 3 times stronger than normal. I know it sounds like a plus, but it's not. I've broken brooms just sleeping. I've ripped the handles off microwave doors. I've broken things just by grabbing them. It's not fun. I've ripped things not capable for just one person, to the point of scaring friends and even strangers. Seeing them rip things and it bothers them because they don't understand how somebody. And what's funny is after doing something like that, a small example. 2 people were trying. I was helping somebody move, and 2 people were trying to get a dresser into a truck, and they were both having issues with it, and they hadn't taken the drawers out of it. And I just got frustrated and told them to move, and just picked up the dresser and put it on the truck by myself with the drawers in it. Much to the surprise of both of the other people, one of them asked, "How did you do that?" Because they were both struggling. But then what's strange is within 30 to 60 seconds after I do something like that, the exhaustion of doing something like that hits me, and all of a sudden I'll drop. So it's good in small spurts, but in the long run, it's not. To help with brain growth, my doctor told me to learn new things, languages, hobbies, things like that. Um, he asked me something. He said, "Well, what do you know a lot about? What have you done a lot of?" And I said, "Well, woodworking. I've been doing it since I was 3, basically." And he said, "Well, then don't watch videos on woodworking. You won't learn anything. Chances are you already know whatever it is they're teaching." He said, "Watch videos on other things." So I started watching videos on knife making, forged and fire, that kind of thing. Um, And after a year of watching just about every video out there, I'm pretty sure I could pound out a knife on an anvil if I had to. Um, but while watching uh, one of those videos, I saw a thumbnail for an unboxing video for an airsoft gun. And for the last 7 years, I've gone down that rabbit hole. Um, I've learned to tech some pretty high end AEGs. Um, Built about 40 of them for clients all over the country, and made a nice little, I guess you could say, side hustle. Actually, it's more of a hobby. I don't make any money doing it. But about a month ago, I had another mini stroke, and it's messed up my left side. Numbness, cramps, and unexplained pain. It's made it so it's tough for me to even work on AEGs now because my hand uh, cramps and gets numb. And also, I have sudden bouts of exhaustion. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like suddenly somebody cast a sleep spell on me, and all I can think about is laying down and sleeping, and it knocks me out for 3 to 4 hours. So, keeping a consistent time of working is difficult at best. Um, Also, if you've seen me, I've been doing this the entire time because uh, I cry all the time now, and um, it's not emotional. It's not sad or happy tears. It's just tears from pain, and it's constantly running down my face, turning my eyes red, and causing the corners of my eyes to get red from salt deposits that scratch up my eyes. So got that going for me now. Um, I gotta admit, there are days that I question how much more of this I can take. Um, it's caused kind of a depression. I didn't think I could experience. And one of the things my neurologist told me is the creeping up early onset dementia caused by this. What we make that was. I can keep plugging away. I'm not someone to give up, but fighting every year is very difficult. So, my son keeps me going. He's my biggest reason. Makes the world not so dark when I need it most. But to tell you the truth, I'm very, very tired. If you don't see videos or you don't see or hear from me for stretches of time, um, it's just this crap affecting me. Uh, Not making this video to ask for money, not making this video for pity, making this video to explain because I don't know how else to try writing it into words or just carry. Typing is difficult. Uh, I don't know what else to say at this point other than I appreciate all the friends that I've made along this journey. All the airsoft people on Discord, uh, all the guys at Airsoft GI, and the YouTube community. You guys have all been great. Uh, Having somebody to reach out and talk to when stuck at home is nice to have. Uh, but if any of you are in any kind of pain, I hope you're out of it as soon as possible, or as little as possible. And I'm not praying man, but I pray none of you ever, ever experience pain problems. So um, I guess I'll catch y'all later on Discord. I'm still trying to work, still trying to build custom airsoft replicas. Still trying to help wherever I can, but I'm less of what I used to be, so it's harder now. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I'll talk to y'all later on Discord. Y'all have a nice one.